My name is Galton Blackiston. I'm the chef patron of Morstan Hall in beautiful North Norfolk, and I'm going to show you today an old style sort of Mille Feuille, using local strawberries, raspberries, creme chantilly and my puff pastry, which is inverted, and it's incredible. So, I want to talk about this. I love making pastry, it's my passion. So every night there's a pastry of some description on, whether it be a savoury pastry, a sweet pastry, puff pastry, or this, which is inverted puff pastry, which basically means you make it the opposite way round to how you would normally make puff pastry. So the butter goes on the outside and you incorporate the flour from, I'm not explaining that really well, but I know what I'm talking about. So roll it out straight from the fridge so it's still cold, and this you can roll out quite thinly. So I'm dipping my cutter into icy sugar because it's all going to caramelize when you cook it. That's it, that's the theory. I tend to work the puff pastry straight from the fridge. I don't want it to get too room temperature. And then carefully lift it off. Place it on your greaseproof paper, and then what I do is to take a little tea strainer and dust it. Puff pastry is ready to go in the oven. The oven is set at 190 for 15 minutes. I turn the fans off because the fans just make it explode even more. And I'll show you what I do. This is quite important. So open your oven door, choose the shelf that you want to put it on, just above the middle. Then I take another tray and I put it on top, like so. So there's a gap there. The reason being, if I don't put a tray on top, this will come up and over and everywhere because it's that light. And that's why I do inverted puff pastry as opposed to the normal. The normal is brilliant, but inverted is another level. This is why I do the inverted puff pastry. If I hadn't put that lid on it, it would be everywhere. So I have to hold it to a certain degree, but just look at the layers on that. That's all right. That's what I'm interested in. I choose the best one, which is this one. And then all you do, well, I'll show you, actually. Serrated knife. Careful. It's like a big vol au vent, really. Don't attempt to do this when the puff pastry is still warm. Let it go cold. I know what you're going to say. Why are you taking all the layers out? Trust me, it's all right. Well, that's the sort of thing my rather large Yorkshire friend would say. Okay, so you end up with a huge sort of vol au vent, but I can't emphasize enough how light this is. This is beautiful. Then we go onto these. Look, the first of the strawberries, early strawberries, the first of the raspberries. Chantilly cream. I've got my fig ice cream in the freezer. And then we just put it together and it's just a plate of loveliness. Fig leaves. This is what I'm looking for, the small fig leaves. Like this. And we make an ice cream out of these leaves. And the reason why I use the young ones is because they're not as bitter as the bigger ones. So we pick a load of these, we make an ice cream mix, then we churn it, chill it and then churn it, and you get this faint taste of fig. It's beautiful. And then into the greenhouse, these little pots here, this is lemon verbena. And We're using them every day at the moment. I just like the leaves of it. They're very fragrant, very tasty. I don't overpower anything with it. And maybe a little bit of mint. Like so. Flowers. Sorrel flowers. Look at those. Beautiful little things. A couple of those. And then we're ready to put the dish together. Chantilly cream will go on top of that. The raspberries. So we have the strawberries, I'll just hull them. Garnish it up with a few of the lovely lemon verbena and the little sorrel flowers. And then a lovely rocher, I think the modern term is, I'll call it quenelle, fig leaf ice cream. And that's it. So there we have the Mille Feuille of local strawberries, local raspberries and garden fig ice cream.